Hello and welcome to Gar1onriva's Top 5s. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 Arknights Vanguard operators. In case you're unaware, Arknights is a gacha tower defense game that I've been obsessed with for about a year and a half. I log on literally every day. Part of what keeps me playing are the characters. Usable characters are divided into various classes. Vanguards are usually the first deployed in a level and often pave the way for more powerful operators. Makes sense that they're the first class for which I do a top 5. 3 things to remember. First of all, these are my personal opinions, so please don't tell me I'm wrong. 2, these are limited to EN or global operators only. Please don't spoil CN only operators. And 3, these are picked based on design, how they play, some of their backstory, and just personal preference. Number 5. Beanstalk. When I first learned that we were getting a ranged Vanguard, I was very skeptical. I use them, as most people do, to block the initial wave of enemies. How can I do that with a ranged Vanguard? Turns out, because she is a ranged summoner Vanguard. I haven't used her much, pretty much only in easy resource farming levels, but she does the job well enough. Sadly, her skills are manually triggered, whereas I prefer the automatic ones, they're just so much easier. That said, a ranged Vanguard is an unexpected twist on the class, and I approve. I'd like to see more really weird takes on the formula of a class. The other thing that made me like Beanstalk more is the art, fan art specifically. From art depicting her as a creepy metal crab breeder to art of her cuddling her little pets, she has a lot of potential and enough people like her to create a good showing. Number 4. Siege. One of the first 6 stars I got on this account, and for those who don't know, I got locked out of my original account after about a month, but have been playing this account for about a year and a half. Between her amazing abilities as a Vanguard, to her interesting, if not a little obvious, themes, to the casual way she swings a massive hammer, I like Siege. She's been a staple of my Prime team, which is like my best operators, since I got her, and I've won countless levels due to the combination of her attack, her defense, and her DP generation. Overall, she's probably my most deployed operator, as she is always the first I place in any level I have her. She's got a nice design and interesting ideas, but I've not seen enough of her outside of battle to place her higher on this list. Number 3. Texas. I love Ixusia. Ixusia is the reason I started playing Arknights in the first place. Why am I talking about Ixusia in a top 5 Vanguards list? Because Texas is Ixusia's best friend. Not only does this mean I like her more by association, but it means when Ixusia shows up, Texas usually does too. As a character, Texas's stoic flatness is a nice contrast to Ixusia's colourful excitement. There's also a wonderful undercurrent of intrigue about her. Her connection to a Syracusan mafia family, the inexplicable obsessions that both Lapland and Sora have for her changing hair colour, and her crystal wolf. I use Texas in my Prime team as well as my favourites team, which is like my second team full of the not best operators that I just really like, so she sees a lot of combat under my leadership. Whether she comes across as flat or not, I really like her. Also, I have a friend who bloody loves her, so I see a lot of fan art from her. Number 2. Plume. After Ixusia, as I've already mentioned, Plume was the first Arknights operator I really liked. As she's a 3-star, you get her very early on, and I took an immediate liking to her. I'm not sure what exactly drew me to Plume. I've always been a fan of grey clothing, so maybe that's part of it. She also has an inspiring backstory. She was a member of the Laterano Guard, but didn't have the body strength to fit their normal tactics. Rather than give up, she basically invented her own battle style that relied on speed and technique. Sadly, she doesn't see much use with me these days. Other attack vanguards like Bagpipe offer much more useful abilities. That said, I would love to see her get a Lava Purgatory style alternate, both so I can use her more and so she gets more official art. It is also worth noting that even 3-stars have artists who love them. I recently found a fan artist who loves Plume, so that made me happy. Number 1. Myrtle. I love Myrtle's aesthetic. A little dwarf girl with long sleeves, red hair, a golden apple, and an iridescent flag. There's a lot going on, but I think it works. Add in the colourful butterflies from her E2 art, and it is beautiful. As a Vanguard, Myrtle doesn't fit my usual strategy, that is, using the Vanguard to block the early waves, but her DP generation is fantastic. There have been some incredibly difficult levels that I literally could not have done without Myrtle. Believe me, I tried a lot. There are also incredible mysteries surrounding Myrtle. Neither the apple nor the flag are what they first seem, but in completely opposite directions. Basically, she is really deep lore, can be indispensable in combat, and has a fantastic, adorable aesthetic. That's why she's my favourite Vanguard operator. And that is all for my list. Please comment below with your favourite Arknights Vanguard operators, remember EN and global only please, as well as suggestions for future top or bottom 5s. I'll be doing some more Arknights lists, so which class would you like to hear about next? Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you later.